Biologics is a completely new field. There is a lot of potential. The world is moving very fast. India has the capacity to grow. The best part about pharmaceuticals and biologicals, there's a lot to be done by the industry and by the government. I think government has a very important role to play.
Hello and welcome to Biologics Platform Conversation, where we bring the key voices of India and all over the world who speaks about policy, regulation in the biopharma industry and the future of biopharma in India and beyond. And it's a privilege as I have been joined by Shri Manoj Joshi, sir, Secretary of Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India. As a senior officer of Indian Administrative Service, Shri Joshi brings over 3 decades of experience in public service. He has served in key roles at both the state and the central levels, including the District Collector Kozhikode, senior positions across multiple ministries, and also as counselor at the Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C. His leadership at the Department of Pharmaceuticals continues to shape policies supporting industry growth, innovation, and public welfare. Sir, it's an honor to have you here on our podcast. Welcome to the Biologics Platform.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, before we begin with the whole conversation, we would like to have a glimpse about how your journey has been so far until from you being a student and to this position. How was it so far?
Well, I've spent 36 years in government. I've worked about 15 years time in state of Kerala in India.
Yes.
And in US in Washington DC in the embassy, and rest of the time in Govt of India in various departments. Yeah, more so in finance and economic areas, but industrial development also is an area I've worked a lot. So I've worked in health sector and on the regulatory side of pharmaceutical a bit, on the patent side and on the other issues of regulation. So a bit of a background in pharmaceuticals, but more in the general administration side or working with industry. So pharmaceutical is a new area, particularly biologicals. It's a new area for everyone and particularly new area for me. So it's an interesting part.
And so far you're enjoying exploring this domain?
Yeah, and I think the best part about pharmaceuticals and biologicals are there's a lot to be done.
Yes.
Both by the industry and by the government. And pharmaceuticals, the chemicals and small chemicals are at a different stage, so a different intervention is required. But biologics is a completely new field, and I think government has a very important role to play.
Yes. So what particularly, if I would like to ask you, like what particular thing excites you in this phase of Indian pharmaceutical industry?
I think the most exciting part is that there is a lot of potential. The world is moving very fast on that.
Definitely.
And India has the capacity to grow. If we do things right, both from the government side and industry side, we can do what rest of the world is doing and copy what we have done in small chemicals, small molecules we have done. We can do that. I think in any job, the exciting part is when you have a role. If you are a bystander and industry is doing very well, then it's exciting for industry, not for the government. But here, since there is a lot to be done by the government also, it's very exciting.
Great. And when you think of India's pharma vision that we have in 2047, what are the 2 to 3 big themes or shifts you believe the department must drive to make India a global leader?
Yeah, I would divide it into 3 areas. One is the chemicals side, where India is doing reasonably well. New innovations are coming up. And I think the role of government there is to improve the regulatory process so that the innovations come to the market much faster and cost less. So that's on the small molecule side. Second area, which in the overall our department's domain is the medical devices side. again, a area where India is relatively small, large market in India, but much, much larger market in the rest of the world. Again, we need to set the regulatory side properly in medical devices. But more so, I think there is a lot of support we need to give it to industry. The small entrepreneurs are coming, innovators are coming, manufacturing capability is increasing. So I think a lot of government support and early funding and providing platforms is necessary.
Yes.
Coming to biologics, I think it's a completely different game. I think without a lot of work by government, things may not happen. One is, yes, regulatory side we need to set in order so that product innovation is faster in India and product introduction is also for biosimilars is faster in India. Second is, I think there are a lot of small companies and individuals participating in innovations.
Yes.
They don't have much of a resources. Small intervention is happening by private equity. So a lot of government funding is required in that.
Yes.
Then you come to the larger companies who probably require government support in terms of large capacities to be created in the country. So obviously we can't manufacture everything. We need to import a lot, but I think there are some things we should also manufacture. If we import everything, then the things would be much more expensive in India to export it to the rest of the world.
And eventually it will fill the gaps between many loopholes that are there. And when we talk about with India becoming a manufacturing powerhouse globally for generics, I would say, how do you see the role of platforms like Biologics 2026 in showcasing how we are evolving with the capabilities in biologics, biosimilars, and generics?
I think the platforms have a very important role, particularly in providing support to smaller companies or innovators. Who are an essential part of the entire ecosystem in providing innovations, which probably larger companies can buy and provide support later on. But in the beginning, they have a very important role, whether it's delivery systems or the inventions. And so they need a lot of support. Now, platforms like Biologics can provide that. There are innovation hubs or other centers which government had earlier funded under Barak or other programs are providing that support, but we need to, I think, organize it in a better way and increase the support being provided by the platforms to the small innovators. So Biologics, yes, plays an important role.
Yeah. And as earlier you mentioned about how government does play an important role, like the government partnerships can be an important I would say an approach for the industry levels to reach globally with their products or services. So how can the government industry partnerships be structured particularly to accelerate the innovation while also ensuring the patient access?
I think the platforms and similar infrastructure or groupings require government support because government has funding which it can provide. But government would not like to manage them. Government, a public-private partnership where the private sector also has skin in the game, manages it and provides some funding. Government also provides some funding. Together, I think it would be a very efficient process. Government alone running it may have efficiency issues and government has limitations in supporting some innovators, identifying innovations which have potential. That's a difficult area for government. The private industry or platforms can do much better, but they do require government funding. So I think that partnership, we need to structure it properly.
So do you think that India can create an environment that is rewarding for the innovation while also safeguarding the public health?
I don't think they are related directly in that manner because I think in the biologics area, can you really make only for India? I think, or only for Indian market. So I think whatever is being innovated around the world or in India, it's for the whole world.
Yes.
So even if the biosimilars are being made in India or similar new molecules, I think the market would be whole world.
Yeah.
So, and if something is invented somewhere else, that also market would be India. So I think they don't have such a direct relationship as we saw earlier in small molecules, where because of a different IP regime, things were different. But now I think the IP regimes are similar around the world.
Yes.
So that differentiation of different prices in different markets might be more difficult.
That is there. So what kind of message do you have for the startups and the MSMEs who are working towards these cut-edging innovations in the same domain?
Keep doing what you are doing, and government is there to provide you support.
Yes.
We have a number of schemes in which we are providing funding to startups for innovations, be it medical devices, be it biologics, be it small molecules. We are providing funding, not just in our department, and from other departments of biotechnology, science and technology. So one is the funding is there from our side, and yes, we are working with organizations like Biologics and others to provide platforms which people can do a easy plug and play type of operations even for innovations. If we can make plug and play easier, where they have to do less, and with their idea they can move faster with less cost. So yeah, we would be working to provide support to such innovators.
And so last but not the least, what kind of, as a Secretary of Pharmaceuticals, what kind of message do you have for the global audience that India is evolving, right? So why they should bet on India now?
India has done well in pharmaceutical area earlier, and we have a lot of talent and strength in biologics. Government is providing its full support, both in terms of policy, funding, regulatory regime. So next few years, I see a lot of work happening, not just in biosimilars, but new molecules also in India. And we would be serving not just India, but rest of the world also.
Yes, so it will be good for all the connections and the networking. So they can obviously bet on India for the good growth. I mean, that is it for the podcast, sir. Thank you so much. It was very insightful hearing all those answers, because it shows us the future is bright for India, and also people coming globally on global platform. India is still rising to that platform in biosimilars, also biologics and the biomanufacturing terms. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.